Well, hello everybody, this is Etta, and this is what I decided just to do a little talking here this week to you, that we have finally come to the end of our idol search contest, and I know that it's going to be hard for everybody. This is Tuesday, so tonight they'll be announcing the winner of the contest. And both the girls has been magnificent. And I see that Cree has already started up for season 5, and she has already gotten a lot of really terrific singers in there for her contest this time. And also, I see that today it's International Idol Search. So that takes in the rest of the world. And as I've seen today, there's been 2 of them put up, a 14-year-old and a little 7-year-old. That little 7-year-old has got the strongest voice for a 7-year-old. When she's singing, she really doesn't sound like too young of a youngster. She's really got a magnificent voice. So let's see what comes out, but there's only 2 of them there. And on the, now that's on the lighter side of things. And here the other day I was talking on my video about things being rough and tough all over this world, and that how people are just killing people for no reason. And just last night, here in Eugene, down at the Valley River Mall, into the theater there was a big tragedy that happened. A 24-year-old man went in and bought a ticket for the Watchmen show. And as I get it, there wasn't over maybe 15 people in the whole theater watching this movie at that time. And about the middle ways of the movie, there was a long, loud gunshot. This 24-year-old had committed suicide.
What?
And so there was only about, the other people that was near him was about 3 or 4 seats down in front of him. So actually they closed up that theater, and everyone in there, they refunded their money to him.
Well, that was big of them.
So anyway, why, no one knows, and they didn't name who it was. They just said it was a 24-year-old man. Now I just wonder why in this world would he kill himself? I mean, is it a job situation here in Eugene? Yeah, we got a 12.5. That's a lot here in Eugene. That unemployment rate, that is very, very high nationwide. There is just hardly no jobs available for nobody here. And was it other things? Did he lose his girlfriend, or was he married? No one knows, or it hasn't come out in any details. And then up in Washington, of all things, this man and woman up there in Washington, he was a diesel mechanic, so he had a good job. And his wife worked at Walmart. Well, that's not too bad a job, I don't guess. But anyway, they were both working. But they had 5 children from the ages of 7 to 16 years old. And they lived in a very nice, clean, mobile, double-wide mobile home park. And, well, anyway, the tragic story is that the husband went in and killed every one of the children. They found them all dead. Isn't that terrible? And then he went into, he lived very close to Muckleshoot, Auburn, Washington. About 20 miles, they said, or 15 miles to 20 miles away. And he went into the Muckleshoot Casino parking lot, and he killed himself. He shot himself there. Now, his wife was not at home at the time. And the neighbors, as I always said, to the police interviewed him, they said, well, you know, everything was so quiet around that house when the lady was home. But when the lady left and she wasn't there, she says you could hear the screaming and the yelling of the kids and everything else. Said it got so bad here a year ago that someone, he said it wasn't me, but they called the police. And the police came up, and I guess he was really in after the children, really, really bad, screaming and yelling and doing everything. But no one knew why he did this. But then it has came out in the paper since then that he went somewhere and seen her in a grocery store or something with this guy. He followed her or went to a grocery store, found her with another guy, and he came up and he said something to her, and he said, well, this is it, I'm leaving you. I'm not living with you no more. I'm going to leave. When I'm going to come home, I'm going to leave. So I guess that did it, and so he went home, I guess, and killed the most precious thing that the woman had. That's the only way. Instead of killing her or whatever, he didn't. He killed the children and then went off and killed himself. Now, you know, that wasn't because they didn't have a job and they weren't, you know, couldn't provide. So it's just for different reasons. It's all kinds of things that's happening out there. And then about this other little girl that disappeared in Northern California. They had a picture of her skipping across. A neighbor has a camera up, you know, where a surveillance camera. And on the day that the little girl went missing, here she comes skipping and hopping down the street and across the street and then out the side of the camera. And that's the last pictures that was ever made of her. But she has been missing for over a week. I think it was the 28th day of March or something that this was the last time that she was seen. And there was a guy, they said, that is very much interested that the year before the little girl had told that this man made advances to her. And so he was talked to, and he still lives in the area and in where she does. But then there was a pond that wasn't very far away, and so the workers was out in the field and they were draining this pond, and they seen this suitcase, and inside the suitcase they found the little girl. And from the suitcase, and they didn't give no more details, that just a little way from this, her home and where she lived at, was a Baptist church. And they have got the Baptist church all roped off. So, we do not know why or how. Maybe it was a suitcase or whatever, but we're going to hear a lot more details on it from now on. But, I mean, isn't that beautiful? It's just one sad story as another, and that's just out here in the West. I mean, you know, what in the world is going on all over this world? So we want to pray for the ones that had the tragedy and all, lost all their lives, and the buildings collapsed and everything, and the earthquake over there. So we want to pray for those people because some of them are very homeless. So that's another tragedy in this world. But I guess we're just going to have to hold up our faith and believe a little stronger or something because, well, anyway, this is really the sad story of my talk. And I hope that everybody will see how bad it is. So God bless everyone. Bye.